Alright, we're gonna start the video off differently. Look what time it is. So, as you can see, this has been a while since we have done any kind of YouTube stuff. And I started to do video the other day, and I felt like I was rushing it, and it was like really crappy quality, so I honestly just got rid of everything. But I know you guys don't want to see me driving in a truck. But I mean, it's amazing how many videos I watch where some guy's taking some car from one spot to another spot, you know, after he fixes it. And I sit there and I watch an extra 16 minutes of him fast forwarding through different roads till he gets back to his residence or whatever, and blah blah blah. But just to give you guys a little heads up, sometimes when they tell you it's a part-time job, honestly, they lie to you. This part-time job has become a full-time headache, and people are nice, you know, in the area, or the people I work for are good, and what I do is simple, to be honest with you. I mean, anybody can do it, you know. You don't have to have skills, you just have to have common sense. But for the time ratio I spend there and for the outcome, it's not worth it, honestly. Because look, garage time has been cut down to nothing. Very, very little garage time. The health issue is that this place has breakfast and lunch, and most of the time when you see me doing videos, I wasn't eating breakfast or lunch. So probably gained like 6-7 pounds, maybe 10. You know, I don't feel it, but the scale don't lie. And you know, 10 pounds when you're an old man, it's a lot, you know. And it's not going in the right spot, so it's you know, it's not like I'm getting bigger in an area I need to get bigger, but you know. So this explains, you know, or it just gives you guys an idea. Hey, why this guy hasn't dropped videos, or he was doing more stuff and blah blah blah. Well, this is the reason why. This part-time job, ready? I had to get up at 5:30 to be out of the house at 6, to be there at 6:30, to start at 7. Today's a short day, only 3 hours. The only good thing about a short day is that after 90 minutes I'm done, and then I get paid for 3 hours. But the problem is that during the course of the 24 hours, if the guy has an assignment to do that has to be transporting somebody from one spot to another, that's like an airport or to something else, I have to go back to work. And that's not what I want to do on my day off, is drive. Here we're only driving 10 miles, but as you can see, it's you know, my only traffic light. This is the only traffic light on the whole road, and of course I hit it. So I gotta love it. From here until when I get to the place, there's one more traffic light at the place. It's all residential stop signs and circle things and blah blah blah. All right, so let's get into the garage. I hate to tell you, but that Dodge that's on the lift, it's just my nemesis. It's like I want to finish it, but I don't want to finish it. So I honestly think that I'm gonna pull my 6-speed project out of it, and I'm gonna just make it an automatic car. And I don't love the car, you know, so let's make it an automatic car like it was, which I should have just did. I should have popped the motor. I should have pulled the pilot bearing out of the motor, pulled the clutch off, pulled the tranny apart. I should have just put that motor in the car, had it running all that time ago, and then that car could have been gone, and it would be one more spot that I would have free, and it would be one less thing for me to think about. So if I do that, I have to get myself a transmission. But for today, you guys probably, you know, seen the thumbnail. We're gonna do some, I don't know, because, you know, this is 6 o'clock in the morning and today is a Saturday, and am I going to be able to get into the garage when I get home, or is it going to be the wife going, oh, we need to go and do this, or you need to go and do that? So I don't know, but I don't know what the garage schedule is going to be today. I should just tell tell her, hey, look, I'm on call today, I can't go anywhere, and then that would be my excuse to stay home. But you know, the crazy thing is, when you're on call, it's not like they're paying you to be on call. So you know, I've had this conversation with my buddy, and he thinks kind of like where I'm leading to, that once the season's over, you know, if I can't renegotiate my contract, then it's time to move on, because you know, my kid makes more money going, hi, can I help you? What would you like? Oh, a large chocolate shake? Oh, here you go. You know, and makes more money an hour standing behind a counter with a rag and a smile. And here I am working, doing stuff that you put on 5 different hats during the course of the day sometimes. So, all right, so let's get, I hate to say the word, and I know I said I wasn't gonna do it, but let's get this Mustang on the lift so we can get the things done on this, so the younger one stops busting my chops. All right, let's go check out this car that she got, and we'll start from there. And I'm sorry it's a Mustang video. I know you got your Mustang guys like your Mustangs, and I know the Dodge guys have been going, hey, you know, where's that Dodge video? But we're doing some kind of video. So hopefully my work is not too rusty and it comes out good, and this will be better than what it was when we started. All right, appreciate you listening to this 7 minutes and 30 seconds of me wasting your time. But you know, sometimes you know, I got all these questions from all these messages, where you been, you know, blah blah blah, you know, so hopefully that explains it. All right, let's get to work, and let's get done, and hopefully the day is smooth and we can get this car on the lift. All right, I will see you in the next clip or next upload. I don't know. I'm not usually to say that. I just, there's no good movies in this place, so you know, don't expect a good quality movie like some people do. You know, I don't have that talent, but hopefully we're not even speeding today. Hopefully we get this Mustang on the lift. We move this Dodge out, put it somewhere else so it's out of the way, and go from there. And we will get some Mustang stuff done. One more Mustang into the corral. Let's see the horse, this little baby horse does. All right. All right, we're back. Now, as you saw before, it was 5:55, and now it's 9:10. So I worked 3 hours, even though I only worked 1 hour and 45 minutes. So this is going to be our next job. I know I said Dodge is going to be the next video, but I don't want to work on the Dodge. This is why I don't want to work on the Dodge, because last one I did like that, I liked it when it was done, but I was unhappy with it. So that's where I'm at. I'm unhappy with what I did before, but I was happy with the manual setup. So this one here, we're just waiting for Safe Light. Safe Light is gonna replace this glass. Look at this crack. So this chip happened 2 days ago, and within 1 day from the heat, when she came out of work, it was all the way across the windshield. So a car that's been in the family for a week has now just cost me $550 for a glass. Should I throw it through the insurance? I should. Will I throw it through the insurance? No, because you know what the insurance in Florida does? They say, oh, you did a glass claim? Oh, that's a claim on your insurance. Hey, next year we're going 20% more. So I'm not playing that game. Is 20% cheaper than what I'm paying for the glass? I honestly don't know. But you know what? I don't need them to say, oh, you were tailgating or this or that and want to raise my rates. So we're waiting for the glass guy, and let's go see some of the parts that we bought for this. And this is just a 17-year-old's V6 car. So she went from a 12 to a 17, and she stole my PP1 rims already. All right, once we get done with the 17, this is my 11. She said she drove it and the transmission was acting weird. But you know what? At 262,000 miles and only did the training service last year, I'm surprised that it lasted that long. But we'll put that on the lift. We'll check the tranny fluid because there's no dipsticks in these fucking Coyote motors with a tranny, with a 6R80. So you can't check the tranny unless it's up on a lift. And for her car, we are gonna do, I gotta wait for the exhaust tips. So we got a muffler, we got a splitter for the front, and she wants to put a silly grill in it, which is in the house, and then an X pipe to take out the resonator. So let's get this mess, let's get this mess out of the way, put it over there next to that mess, and then I can take out that guy and get that guy off the lift, even though I said I should just really work on him, but I don't want to. And then now that she's running 19s on her car, I can put the I think they're called Trackpack calipers. I have a brand new set of rotors and calipers on the shelf. Rotors, pads, calipers, hoses, brand new, that can go in her car to give her better stopping power. So all right, let's look for the other muffler for her. Not with you guys, but I'll look for it, and then I'll come back when I'm ready to do something, because I have to wait for Safe Light for that car. Safe Light has to come. All right, let's go look for that muffler. No, actually, we can go get the Jeep key, because I don't know if anybody has a Jeep, and I don't know if anybody really cares, because this is supposed to be a Mustang video. But look at this. These little guys here go on your sun visor. All it is a cheap piece of plastic that locks it into the plastic holder. And on a Jeep, they crack and become brittle and break off, and then your sun visor wiggles around. So let's go pop this in the Jeep while I'm waiting for Safe Light, and I'll move that mess into that corner. All right, we got a couple of things we can do. So if you got a Jeep Wrangler like we have, this one's a 17. This will just be a quick one. I know you could probably skip over a minute and a half if you want, but look, it'll be a quick one like I tell my wife, but that would only be 11 seconds. So let's try to get about a minute and a half here, and I'll show you what we're talking about. So this thing broke right here. So if you look at silver and then you look at this one, it's black, and this one is all gummy. So that one's gonna break soon next. So they say that this just slides out, and you could slide this piece over and slide it back in. So let's see how correct they are. Okay, so we got, let's say 9:34. Let's see how long it takes us. Okay, it came out. So it's just forced it in a little, and then it came out. So let's put these two guys together. I'm gonna marry them. So here we go. We got these two guys together. Now let's put it back in here. All right, in 12.5 seconds, finally came out. And there you go, locked in there. Now it's nice and tight. Oh, usually once it gets in, it doesn't become tighter, but this became tighter. All right, so now this guy is good. And now I have 6 of these things, 5 more that I'll never use until that one breaks over there. All right, so thanks for spending an extra minute on Jeep content. Let's get back to the program. Let's check out the parts. So here, this is the muffler that just came in this week, 17656. This muffler here, I bought in March. This muffler here was $33.56 in March. I was supposed to get 2. They only sent me 1. Right? Then I kept saying, you know, calling up customer service. Nope, don't have it, don't have it, don't have it. And then they raised the price to $56. So then I ordered it, and it came the next day. So they were just not sending it because they changed the price and they were losing $20-something. But Amazon, you know, is not our friend, and they're just manipulating the market by cutting out all these little stores. So these mufflers will go on that car, and then I got a nice short chrome tip to attach to it. So that's our first thing. So let's get these guys out, and let's put that. Hold on. Right. So we need mufflers. So what else do we need when we got to do a muffler job? So my last time I did my muffler job in a lava car, I don't know if you watched that video, you're probably like, what a fucking hack. You know, I was taking these guys. These are called push rods, small block Chevy. I don't know, they've been sitting in my toolbox since 1989. So I've been bending them up and making them muffler hangers. So the other day I said, you know what, let me do it correctly. And I went on eBay, and I found these muffler hangers. Let me open it up, I'll be right there. So, you know, you watch that video, you're probably like, oh, that guy's an effing hack. Well, I went and got the real thing. So, I don't remember how many it is. 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, I think there's 10. Do I need 10? I honestly don't think so. But the good thing is that these I can cut, and I could probably get one hanger or 2 hangers out of each of them. So maybe if I'm lucky, I'll use 2 to do that whole job, because all I'm doing is cutting the rear mufflers off on that car, and then hanging that muffler, welding it, it has 1 exhaust mount on the back of the muffler, and then welding the tip on. So this will be a refreshing add-on to what do you call it, to do the muffler job, because A, I won't be looking for the part, and B, it will weld much nicer than a push rod. Couldn't think of the word. So we'll need 2 of them, and yeah, there was like $20 or $30. I honestly don't remember, but I had planned on doing the exhaust in the Blue Charger, and I'll probably need a couple of push rods for that. Not push rods, but hangers. So the Blue Charger exhaust I used, so I don't have an exhaust for that car, so I have to find an exhaust. And I need to go and pick up the exhaust for the Impala, because the Impala has a Kevin made exhaust, and I found a Flowmaster exhaust that I kind of like, with the long chrome tips that I have always wanted. But this car here, we got to do full system, and we got to get that tranny mounted, and we got to get the hole in the floor done, and we got to get the brakes. There's a lot of shit I got to do. Put the pedals in, put the seats in. Oh my goodness. Fix the roof I dented on the ceiling. All right, Safe Light. Okay, it's look at that. It's 10 o'clock almost, and Safe Light is not here from an 8 to 12 schedule. So let's put these parts away. let's put this part away, because I could actually, I wondered if I should bring her car around and put the splitter on while I'm waiting, or just leave it there and let the guy do the job first and then do it after he's done, so I'm not having to move it. You know what I can do? Let's get, see this car? I put, if you go right here, ready? Let's rip the Trackpack calipers. So this is a base convertible. In 15, it came with a solid rotor and it came with small calipers. So we went with the Trackpacks in the front with rotors and hoses and pads. And in the back, I went to GT brakes in the back with vented rotors and bigger calipers. So that car, being a 17, already has the bigger brakes in the back. I just have to do the bigger brakes in the front. And I'm going to tell you that those Trackpack calipers right there, I've never put brakes in this car, and it's got 115 on it. And I put them in around 40,000. I'm serious, like 40,000. I put the brakes in. So that brakes have been sitting in that car since 2017, or because it's mostly a highway car, but those brake pads are lasting a long time. So let's go and pull out the brake pads and rotors, and let's find a spot to put them on, so that this way, when we get the 17 in here, we'll be able to do that job as well. And I'm thinking of putting the Dodge back over in the hole, but if I do that, I never work on it. So I think my best bet would just be to inconvenience myself and push it in and out, so that it will give me some incentive to get it running. What I really should do is take the 391 rear that's in this car and put it in the automatic car to make the automatic car have a lot more oomph, and then swap rears and put the stock RT rear back in the blue car. But we're here for Mustang stuff. So Mustang. Let's find those calipers. I'm sure half of you guys are like, this guy's a retard. I know. My videos suck, but what are you going to do? At least you don't have to look at my ugly face, so that's good. That's a good thing. All right, I think we're going to do some red from Pour 15 and put reds in the front, paint the backs when the car's up on the lift. And this way it will be a reddish car with red calipers, because the blue car with blue calipers, you know, white car, white calipers, silver car, silver calipers. But let's get them. I just wiped them all down, and let's find something I can level it out with to make it a little easier to paint. All right, so let's do a quick little color, a little before, and like I said, these are NOS, new old stock. I bought them a long time ago, but I never used them. All right, first coat, just to get it wet. So red's still good, so I'll let these dry in the sun for a little while. We'll move the table over to there so I can take a look at the lawnmower. And we have to still have no window guy. No window guy. Amazing, right? All right, so these will sit in the sun, and then we'll put one more coat on them and touch up all the little imperfections. Hopefully it'll look better. Won't look as good as some others, but you know, can you really tell from the car that far away? Honestly not. All right, we're back. Where did we leave off? We left off with this guy needing this guy, and needing those guys, and needing these guys, and the black lug nuts and some other stuff. But here, from just sitting on the shelf, you can see how rusty it got. So I just cleaned it up a little. Hopefully the other side's better. Okay, look, the other side's not too bad. So I'll clean up both sides on all four sides, and then we'll come back. All right, so a final sand, and now we're nice and smooth. So once it's on the car, I will wash it. But I tried a little different on the back, and I wasn't happy with the marks like this. So I sanded the whole thing down. Feels good, but hopefully 1 or 2 stops or whatever should be good. But once I get the battery charged on the grinder, I'll probably sand it down one more time. So let's get swap batteries for this. Of course it died. And let's get this one clean so that they look the same. And then this way I can get that off the lift, and we'll do Mustang. All right, so we're back to Mustang stuff. Little brakes, little rotors, 2 piston calipers, basically squeeze on sliders. We're gonna go to 4 piston calipers that are gonna push the pistons out, and we're gonna start with this side here that I cleaned up. Now if you saw in the other pictures, much better. So once we do a couple of stops, I think we'll be fine. There's no high or low spots, so hopefully there's no warp. I mean, they were brand new. We'll wash them once we get them on the car. So that's a good thing with the Ford. They made the spindle the same pattern from here to here for V6 and GTs. Okay, one of the only smart things. Let's get that caliper off. Let's get the rotor off. Let's put the new piece on before we break the hose open and make sure it spins good and looks good. All right, so rotors fits perfect. And this is why we clean the rotors. Look how much buildup is in this towel. And I'm just using glass cleaner and a paper towel to clean up the rotor. You might be wondering why they're blue. Well, this was supposed to be for a guy, Sal's kid's car. He had a blue car. But we found out that 15 and up don't fit 14 and down. So I ended up having to get different rotors for a 11 to fit Trackpack calipers fit. Rotors didn't. All right, so now that the rotor is on and we know the rotor spins cleanly, let's bolt the caliper on, and then we'll have to just do the brake line. Okay, and just like that, the Trackpack caliper and rotor fits on the V6 spindle. And now we have to just hook our brake hose up. And all you have to do is remember that 15 and up, they have a fitting like this, and 14 and down, they have a different fitting for the hose. So now we will do is we will pull that brake line apart. We will take this rubber boot off. We will open up the bleeders, let the calipers air out a little, and then I'll open up the hood a little. Even though this guy's up, I won't be up to open up all the way, just to add a little brake fluid, because I didn't want to take my car off the lift. Okay, but as you can see, the bigger brakes do fit in it, and yes, I know I need to work on the paint, but I'm not sure if I'm a fan of this red and that maroon. I don't know. Oh, well, red, blue. I'm not sure. Should I paint it all blue? I don't know, honestly. All right, let's get the line hooked up, and let's get the person back so we can help me bleed the one side out, and then we'll switch sides. And we'll put this back together, and then we'll do the other side. Oh, and then just for everybody's sake, the bolts, for the caliper bolts, I use the same one. So you can see the bolt right down there and the bolt right there. They're both the same bolts that held on that baby caliper. Same pitch thread, same length. So in the past, the first time I did it, I ordered new bolts, and then I realized it was the same exact thread and length. So I guess Ford was smart on that aspect. All right, let's get the line hooked up. Okay, so I got 2 bleeders, one on each side. I gravity bled it, and then I had someone come and help me, my little helper, and we bled out the brakes. It did a good grab and release. So this is what your upgraded brake will look like.
on your V6 version. And it does work with 18-inch rims. So if you have 17s, it will not work. If you have 18s, it will work. And then the hose is just regular GT hose. So you got a GT hose with a GT caliper, with a GT rotor. So they do need to be repainted again, but you know what? I don't know if I like the red, so I'm not painting any more red. So let's pop the rim on and see what it looks like. All right, there we have it. So all back together. Grab and release is good. All the wheel lug nuts are changed. I put a locking lug on the wheel. And now 19-inch rim will look cool with a Trackpack caliper in it. And this thing will stop amazingly compared to the little brakes that are on it. And I wish the horses would face forward, not backwards. Like here, the horse is facing backwards. Same thing with this one, facing backwards. Well, these are our driver's side and the others are passenger side. Let's go look. Those horses are facing forward. So they should make two different horses. All right, so let's raise up this side, bang out this side, get this bled out, and then while it's up in the air, we could do the little front splitter that she wants put on. And maybe we'll call that a video because A, it's 12:30, I'm running out of time. And B, what's B? B. I gotta be somewhere, that's right. So we gotta leave at 3. So that gives me 2.5 hours to do one caliper and clean one rotor. I think I can handle that. And change 5 lug nuts. All right, so let's get this side broken down. Let's get the wheel off. Let's get that rotor cleaned, prepped to be put back on, and let's reassemble. And then we'll bleed it out and we'll come back. All right, should we do a time lapse or should we just go 1, 2, 3, boom? All right, so as you realize that my videos aren't as good like that and I don't have that technology, but here you can see a before how small the rotor is on the rim. Look, the rotor comes to about here on the rim, right? So you got about 4 fingers to the end. And now on these rotors, you have 2 fingers to the end. So you can see the significant difference in the size. And also the weight of this rotor is literally feels double the weight of the other rotor. So, you know, this way they'll be able to dissipate the heat better if you're a hard braker. But the good thing about these brakes is that if you need to stop short, you're cutting your stopping distance, amazing difference. And right now, this isn't an expensive add-on. So if I told you what I paid for these guys, I also bought these guys in 2019 when I was working. So one night, I went to work. I started at 4:30 in the morning so I could meet this guy when he came to work at 5 a.m. in Manhattan. And got to work, hopped in the work van, and met him on a side street somewhere in Manhattan. And then I went about my day. And these were brand new caliper rotors, never used, taken right off to go to a 6-piston brake setup. And as you can see, these were, look how clean they are. Look, and then even in here, you can see they have no miles on them. So how clean that is. And I didn't even clean this thing up. This has been sitting on my shelf since 2019. So for 7 years, these have been sitting there waiting for me to find something to put them on. And here we go. This is where we are. So, I'm going to tell you what I paid for them. Two calipers, 2 hoses, set of pads, rotors, all brand new, not stolen. $100 US dollars. So for me to upgrade the brakes in this car for $100 is really well worth it, because if you look at this cheesy 9-year-old caliper setup, yeah, it's got nice pads and rotors in it, but it's just honestly just not adequate for these cars. If Ford was smart, they would have put these kind of brakes on all the cars, and then the better GTs, they would have went with 6 pistons, so the guys felt special. But the problem is these brakes, the big brakes, they last forever. So, all right, so I've spent 3 minutes talking. Let's get this apart and get some action. Okay, so literally 30 minutes later, and it's assembled and bled out. And look at that, I had a visit from the Queen, so the Queen helped me bleed out the driver's side. So now you can see how much nicer that looks inside the rim. And you know what, the rotor's cleaned up good for being covered in crap, and that's me whizzy wheeling them and then sanding them with 600 grit sandpaper, and it grabbed and released nice. So you know what, the red is not my favorite, but we will think about a color that I want to do. So now we're going to black lug nuts, and unfortunately I only have a factory chrome locking nut, so that one will stay chrome. All right, so while it's up in the air, I think I'm going to add the splitter to the front. But here comes one of the peasants for the family. Hold on. All right, so backing out of the garage, and you can't tell from this angle, but you can see a little bit of red. And we did the front splitter, a little plastic thing on the bottom. Not really that great a quality, but something different than just having it like that car. So, all right, so we're going to turn it around. We're going to do the last set of lugs, and that's going to be it for this video, because I don't have enough time in the day right there. So I'm already at 2 o'clock. So it's going to be a short video, just an upgrade on brakes. And if you look now, when she turns the wheel to the right, you can see the red of the caliper. All right, so that'll be the closeout. So all the lugs are changed and calipers are in. We're gonna go take it for a quick ride. Let's put the orange car away, and then we're good. All right, move this up the thing so we can put the orange car away. And that's it. So quick little caliper change upgrade for a V6 version, if you're interested. And we went to PP1s, which is the rim style. And thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Oh, we did the front little splitter thing. Not really happy with it, but it's for what we got and what it is and what I paid for it, it's okay. So, all right, thanks for watching.